Hi guys, thank you so much for being here, and I really do hope you're doing well. You all know how much I love my Jack Pike fingerless gloves, and they really are great, but with temperatures here in the UK dropping sub-zero, that's in Celsius, it really becomes cold on those fingers, especially if they're exposed. So I've looked for some finger protection that can essentially give me some greater protection against the wind and give me some warmth in the hands. And I think I found them here in the Buffalo cold weather mitts. They're really great. Let me talk you through some of the benefits. The first benefit is that they are windproof. They've got this windproof outer shell, which is very, very effective, I'll tell you that. It's got a general breeze here, and I can't feel it on my hands, but I can feel that on my face. Internally, I'm going to take one of these off. There is a dense fabric, and it's a wicking fabric, so essentially any moisture inside of the glove will will spread and then wick away into the outer layer of the mitt. Once at this outer shell, it will then evaporate into the environment, essentially giving you a microclimate and keeping your hands warm and dry. Okay, let me talk about the benefits of these mitts. First of all, the windproof nature of these mitts means that the wind isn't going to be taking away your heat. The wind takes away heat so quickly. So that's not going to happen when you've got your hands in these. The other thing that's going to take away your heat is moisture. That could be moisture from the outside coming into the mitt, or it could be moisture generated inside. Either way, you want that moisture to disappear as soon as possible. And the dense fabric inside of these mitts is going to spread out that water wherever it's coming from, that moisture. It's going to evaporate it through the outer shell. And that, for me, is another great benefit, because if there's no wind and there's no moisture taking away your heat, your hands are going to get warm quickly. I've taken these down to -5, so they can deal with adverse weather conditions, and that's -5 Celsius for anyone that's using Fahrenheit. You'll have to work that out for yourself. The other thing that was a consideration for me when getting these was the dexterity aspect. Now, I've mentioned before, I like the Jack Pike fingerless gloves because they enable me to retain a great deal of dexterity. The problem is, now that it's getting colder, the cold is taking away my dexterity, so any benefit the fingerless nature of those gloves gives is taken away by the cold. With these, of course, there is a dexterity issue, because all of your fingers are bound together, not tightly, but they are bound together in the mitt section. You do have thumb dexterity, so you can still grip very easily, but what I found is that you can still do quite a few things, because there is a bit of movement within the actual space of that glove, so of the mitt, up at the finger region. If I need to do anything really finicky, if I need to do something really dexterous, it's just simply a case of undoing the Velcro strap, which is again another feature. It keeps in the warmth and the heat, being able to make this nice and tight. I simply take off the glove, I do what I need to do, and I put the glove back on. The fact that my hands are really warm when I take the mitt off means that I'm able to do dexterous things. I do lose a bit of heat, but then my hand can go straight back into the mitt and it can start to be warmed up again. Now, I thought this would be a problem, but since going out, I found that the level of dexterous stuff that I need to do tend to be in very small bursts every now and again. So the fact that my gloves are off and my hands are exposed really isn't as big of an issue as I thought it would be. It's certainly better to have the heat retention features of these mitts. If you want warm hands this winter, I cannot recommend these Buffalo cold weather mitts enough. It doesn't matter whatever you're doing, if you're walking the dog, just going out and enjoying nature, or just going for a nice leisurely walk. It's cold out there, isn't it, this winter? If you're in the northern hemisphere, that is anyway. So you need to have some kind of protection, and my fingers get really, really cold. These are great. I mean, the fact that my fingers are warm means that I can really start to enjoy the outdoors in the winter like I've never done before. The only thing I think I might change is that I might put these down when I take them off. I'm probably not going to forget them because my fingers will start getting cold, but I might leave them down somewhere, I might lose them. So I might just add a little bit of paracord or a little bit of cordage and then attach that cord to either my wrists or my clothing, just again so I don't lose them, like we all did when we were kids, right? What do you think of these? Do you like the Buffalo cold weather mitts? What do you use to protect your hands? Let me know in that comment section down there. It's hard to point with these, but you know what I mean, it's down there anyway. Thanks very much for watching, and until the next video, take care. Bye-bye now. Buy this and more at meanandgreen.com.